Hey, what's up, guys? Ray here from Grays Dynamics. Thank you, GeTail Design, for sending this over and allowing me to review it. Again, I'm just a little guy trying to do big things out here, and the fact that people are sending me products to review, thank you to them. With that being said, this is simply a hub spacer that you'll connect to your wheelbase that you'll be able to run your monitors in between and get them even closer to you. This has both a 70mm PCD and a semi-cube PCD on it, so that makes it adaptable for multiple different types of wheelbases. I'm going to connect it to my NRG style base side and then the hub adapter on my DirectForce Pro 20. And again, that'll make it so that I can connect this right in the center and get my monitor even closer than I normally run it. So again, with that being said, let's take a look at the review. Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at the G1, the original hub extension from GeTail Design. As many of you know, trying to get the proper field of view can be complicated. Getting your triples aligned, make sure your wheelbase is set up, you got to get your seat, your pedals, make sure your screens are set to the proper distance. Everything gets complicated. Everything just has a lot of movement and options and a lot of things you need to configure. But what if I said you can make that a little bit easier by using the G1? Now, this from GeTail Design allows you to get the perfect field of vision each and every time. They have multiple lengths that work. They also have ones that are compatible just with SemiCube or compatible with a litany of other bases that are on the market, whether it be SemiCube, VRS, V&M, SimMagic, and so forth. So you do have options. So with that being said, you have different lengths between 70, 123, and 100 mil. And as we know, trying to get the right setup, man, it is complicated. But they were nice enough to send this out to me to review, so I do want to thank GeTail Design for sending this out, because at the end of the day, they appreciate the type of work that I do, and I think it's awesome that I get to give back to you guys a better review to let you know how I feel about it. So let's take a look. So again, the PCD on these is going to vary. You're going to have your semi-cube and your 70mm bolt pattern, which again is pretty universal in sim racing. You can use it for just about anything and everything. It comes in multiple finishes, different colors, because let's be honest, as a sim racer, we all know, having something in a custom design, custom color, just makes your rig pop even more than it already does. So for me, you can see I have the red version. It's nice, made out of a 6061 billet aluminum, and again, the quality of it is second to none. Now, I will say that getting the perfect field of view, this has enabled me to get the screens and monitors even closer, and it was pretty cool. Overall, it's really cool to have it really close so that I really feel like I'm even more immersed and in the cockpit. I was able to bring things closer to me, which allowed me to see even more. And again, when I look out the mirror, it was absolutely amazing to see that on my right and on my left, my screens were even closer and the field of view was even better. With that being said, these are casted out of aluminum. So they're not very heavy, and because they've shaved off as much material as possible, it means it doesn't interrupt the dampening or force feedback of your wheelbase. Now I'm running a DFP 20, so I have a full 20 Newton meters of force feedback, so for me it's not really that big of a deal. But for some, you might be running something that's significantly lighter, significantly less force feedback, so that will be something that you'll want to take into consideration. But again, because this allows you to get your monitors just that much closer, thus increasing your field of view, and it's very lightweight, its strength allows you to attach any type of wheelbase to it, whether you go all the way up to 32 Newton meters with the V&M, or you're all the way down at 6 Newton meters, something like the DirectForce Pro upgradable 20. So again, you have versatility, you have plenty of strength, and again, it's very durable. And again, as you can see here, I have mine attached directly to an NRG style QR attached to the hub on my base. And as you can see, I've also been able to pull the monitors so much closer. Now, because of my setup, I wasn't able to get it to sit directly in because that would require an entire revamp of my entire rig. But that is not to say that I wasn't able to get this significantly closer than I otherwise would be. So again, I think it's a rather cool thing you'll be able to do. I do think in 2025, the only problem they're going to have is again with data and power. So if you're running a wheelbase that has some select or unique QR system to run data and power, it may interrupt or impact that ability. But there are obviously workarounds, especially if you're a DIY person with me. It really makes it cool. Just speaking of GeTail design, though, let's be honest, I think they've really kicked the design out of the park. I do think that the cost of it is a little expensive for some, but again, as you know, us sim racers will spend as much as we can to get the overall design that works for us, as well as to get a wheelbase as close to us as possible and allow us to sit as far away as possible without having everything right in front of our faces. Many of you may be running a wheelbase that has motion or things like that, so again, this allows you to pull it closer to you, have the motion set up on your rig, and then have the screens as close as possible and have motion so you can move and move forward and everything like that. But again, I give GeTail credit for the design and detail they've used to make this happen. Again, their vision of what they wanted to bring to you, to bring a great design, but also incredible functionality. Again, as you can see here as I'm driving, it looks amazing and I have to give them credit. But let's get to the final conclusion of this, because this is going to be a quick review. It's a very simple product, but I think it's a very impactful product if it's something you need on the market. All right, guys, let's summarize this up. Great product, great design, looks really good. I can tell you as a small business getting things CNC made, this is expensive to make. And I think they did a great job with it. With that being said, two caveats. One, expensive is 112 US dollars. This is quite costly. It's a 70mm PCD. You can get it in custom colors, and it'll bring the field of view closer to you and put your monitors right in between. I think that's perfect for those who need it, but it's expensive. Two, if you're like me and you're running data and power pass-through, that makes this kind of not doable for me right now unless I DIY some unique solution, which I could do, but then it takes away from the beauty of this design, and I'm not sure for me that is practical. But for many of you, as I've seen out there, you're looking for spacers to bring the monitors closer so you can have your wheelbase and wheelbase even further away. And this is a great solution. They have multiple colors, multiple different lengths. It works with SimiCube and any 70mm PCD, and again, I think it's worth it. So, thank you to GeTail Design for sending us over. Those are really my only two caveats: cost and data power pass-through. Other than that, great, sturdy, firm, not gonna reduce any, force feedback for you. Definitely worth it. So, with that being said, if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on. Members, thank you. You keep coming back. I don't know why, but the least I can do is you see this review and all my reviews before everybody else. So if you become a member, that's the least I can do. So thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you all. I will talk to you later. Like, subscribe, and follow. Peace.